Selling a home is a high-stakes financial transaction, yet most of us approach it based purely on emotion, which usually leads to unnecessary stress and lost equity. That is specifically true in the competitive real estate markets across Southeastern Massachusetts. Buyers in towns like Middleboro, Bridgewater, and Lakeville have clear expectations, and they scroll quickly past listings that fall short. As a seller, you want strong offers and a smooth process. But looking around at years of memories, accumulated belongings, and unfinished projects, the prospect of figuring out exactly what to pack, fix, and clean can be completely paralyzing. This is a map of the Southeastern Massachusetts region that we are going to convert into a simple 2x2 grid. This is the pre-listing ROI matrix. It's a sorting tool designed to filter out the noise and isolate the specific tasks that move the needle on your home's value. On the horizontal axis, we track the effort and cost required directly from you, the seller. This scales from low friction on the left to high investment on the right. On the vertical axis, we plot the actual financial value perceived by the buyer, scaling from low impact at the bottom to high impact at the top. To get top dollar, you have to separate your personal attachment to the home from the math of the sale. This matrix shows you how to transition your personal living space into a highly marketable product. The entire process starts with a foundational step that costs absolutely nothing, but dictates the success of everything else you do: smart pricing. Pricing requires looking strictly at hard local data and recent market trends. It means setting a number based on comparable sales, rather than what you feel the home is worth or what you hope to walk away with. When you hit the right number, you create immediate market momentum. An accurate price stops local digital buyers mid-scroll and converts their online interest into physical showings. The trade-off here is entirely psychological. You have to put your ego aside and trust the data. If you insist on testing an unrealistically high price just to see what happens, you risk stagnation. Looking at our chart, we plot smart pricing firmly in the high-impact, low-cost quadrant. If you overprice, that initial high impact drops away, leaving your listing in a stagnant zone where buyers simply ignore it. But when you price exactly at or slightly below market value, you generate demand and bring the right buyers to the table fast. Without a precise, data-driven pricing strategy, every hour you spend cleaning and fixing is essentially invisible. Buyers will never see your hard work because they will never click on the listing. This is exactly what a market-ready home looks like today: neutral colors, calm lighting, and an intentionally spacious layout. Achieving this look requires the first phase of physical transformation: targeted decluttering and strategic staging. This means starting small. You box up off-season items, clear off every single countertop, and rearrange furniture to open up the traffic flow in every room. Homes in towns like Middleboro and Bridgewater often featured generous floor plans. Clearing the clutter maximizes that square footage, instantly making the rooms feel larger and brighter. The trade-off is your daily routine. For the duration of the sale, you have to temporarily live in a sterile, impersonal environment, likely surrounded by stacked boxes in the garage. But that sacrifice is validated by the results. Decluttering and staging joins pricing in the high-impact, low-cost quadrant.
Giving up your comfortable routines is the emotional price you pay to create a blank canvas. When buyers can easily visualize their own lives in the space, they are more likely to offer. Next, we move into a physical tier of preparation that requires more direct effort: essential, quick home repairs. You need to walk through your house exactly like a critical buyer would. That means patching tired paint, tightening loose doorknobs, and fixing those dripping faucets you stopped noticing years ago. These minor fixes serve a clear purpose. They build buyer confidence and signal that the home has been meticulously cared for. The friction here is manual labor. You either have to give up a couple of weekends to do the work yourself, or spend cash upfront to hire a handyman before you make a single dime on the sale. On the matrix, essential quick repairs land in the high-impact, moderate-effort quadrant. Think of these pragmatic fixes as an insurance policy. They protect your final sale price by removing the minor flaws buyers often use to negotiate the price down during the inspection phase. All of that physical labor is then immediately amplified by a powerful multiplier effect: high-end professional real estate photography. Before the camera arrives, the inputs are stringent. You must hide every stray cord, Clear the counters completely, open the blinds, and turn on all the soft lighting to make every angle look intentional. This level of detail transforms your physical space into premium online marketing, allowing your property to stand out even against new builds and heavily renovated competitors. Once the listing goes live, you enter the operational phase. You have to allow flexible, easy access windows to keep your property at the top of a buyer's daily tour list. The trade-off here is significant. You are disrupting your family's routine, leaving the house at inconvenient times, and maintaining a high level of cleanliness every single day. When we map these final marketing steps, pro photography and flexible showings sit at the top of the high-impact axis. Premium visuals and unfettered access are the most reliable mechanisms you have to convert your home preparation into heavy foot traffic and multiple offers. This strategy works by forcing a mental shift. You are taking a comfortable, lived-in space and optimizing it into a market-ready product. To execute this without burning out, we apply these matrix recommendations directly to your reality. Let's start with the time-poor seller. This is the homeowner paralyzed by a lack of free time and overwhelming logistics. If this is you, here is your path. You ignore the major projects entirely. You focus exclusively on aggressive pricing, professional photos, and surface-level decluttering to ensure a solid sale. Now look at the top dollar optimizer. This is the homeowner who views the sale as a critical financial transaction and is willing to invest their time to maximize every dollar of equity. For the optimizer, you execute the full list of recommendations. The trade-off of lost weekends and living out of boxes is offset by the competitive edge it gives your listing. A recent seller in Middleboro applied this tiered approach. By prioritizing high-impact repairs, executing strategic staging, and trusting data-driven pricing, they moved from listing to multiple offers over asking in just 5 days. A home sale doesn't need to be overwhelming. By partnering with an expert, trusting local data, and treating the prep phase as a calculated investment rather than an emotional chore, you position yourself to secure exceptional results.